Hey there, CJ Math students, and welcome to Notes 4.12. And I already know we took our test on Unit 4, but this is kind of an extension beyond it instead of us starting the new unit and then going on break and forgetting everything we learned. So today we're working on writing and evaluating expressions in real-world scenarios. So all these problems are kind of related to things that you actually might use expressions for in the real world to figure out prices, what's better by, etc. So number one, it says, Mark is a 15-year-old. One evening, his parents took him and his two younger sisters to a soccer match. The tickets for the match were priced $18 for adults, so that's 18A, and $10 for children, and that's 15 years and younger, so 15C. What is the expression for the total cost of tickets for Mark's family? So think about it. His parents, we can assume that that's two parents, so you've got two adults. And because Mark is 15, he also counts as a child. He's got two sisters, so that's three children. And now you're just going to go ahead and try and match up what the expression should be. So we say 2A plus 3C should give us our total expression. So 2A plus 3C, so that one's out. This one has three adults, so that's out. And so it's obviously this one, right? And how do they get 66? Well, it's $18 per adult, so 2 times 18, right? $18 for adults, $10 for children, so plus 3 times 10. We do this multiplication. 2 times 18 is 36. Plus 3 times 10 is 30, and that's how we come up with it costing them $66 to go to this soccer game. Okay. Take a look at number 2. It says, Frank is 12 years old. One day his parents took him and his younger sister to a baseball match. The tickets for the match were priced at $17 for adults, $13 for children, 13 and younger. So Frank, being 12, counts as a child, right? What is the expression for the total cost of the tickets for Frank's family, and what's the total cost? We'll be doing this in Edpuzzle. So hopefully you said, hey, Frank's got two adults and two children, because Frank and his sister. So then that's 2 parentheses. It was 17 for adults, plus 2 parentheses, and it was 13 for children. So when we do this, we have 34 plus 26, and we should get our answer of 60, right? And you should have hopefully picked this one for your answer. All right, let's look at number 3. It says Alex bought 2 caps each at $9 C, so 2 caps at $9. He also bought 2 sweatshirts that together cost him $70 S. So not that each of them cost $70, but together they cost $70, so that's important. If he got a discount of $8 D at his purchase, what is the expression for that amount he paid, and what was that amount? So this is a tricky one, but we know we have 2 caps, and we know we have 2 sweatshirts, but together they cost $70. So we can just put an S there, not 2S, because we don't know their individual prices. And one of them could both be 35, but one could be 20, one could be 50. Let's just put an S for the sweatshirts. And now we're not going to say plus the discount of $8. We're going to say subtract the discount, and that should give us our total, right? So if we plug in, we got $9 each for the caps, $70 for the sweatshirts, and an $8 discount. So we have 2 times 9, because they were $2 each, plus this is the 70. Again, it's not 2 times 70, because it's not like they were each $70. And then minus the $8 discount, right? So first of all, the correct expression should have been this one right here. 2 caps, 1 sweatshirt, or 1 total cost for the sweatshirts minus the discount, and that's 18 plus 70 minus 8, or 88 minus 8, which equals us paying $80. Number 4, you will do an Edpuzzle. Rewatch number 3 if you need help. Right. So now some other real world stuff. So in a professional hockey game, a win is worth 2 points. So you can say W is equal to 2 points. A tie, or T, is equal to 1 point. And a loss is equal to 0 points, right? So write an expression to express the total number of points scored given the number of wins, number of ties, and the number of losses. So basically, all you would have to do is to write this expression. You could say 2W, so however many wins you have times 2, plus T. You don't have to say 1T. If you wanted to say 1T, that would be fine. And you don't have to even say L. I mean, you could put, plus 0 times L, right? But, I mean, that's always just going to be 0. So really, the expression is just 2W plus T will equal the total amount of points a hockey team gets in a season. Right? Flip to the back side. I'm going to do number 2. It says Evan bought P pounds of peaches at $2.99 per pound and G pounds of grapes at $3.79 per pound. Write an expression for peaches and grapes. So that's easy. That's $2.29 for P, for peaches, plus $3.79 for G, grapes, right? Suppose you bought 2 pounds of peaches and 3 pounds of grapes. That's easy again. $2.29, parentheses, he bought how many pounds? 2 pounds, so plug in 2, plus $3.79, he parentheses, he bought 3 pounds of grapes, right? Now, I am allowing you to use a calculator. You plug in on the calculator exactly what we've written with the parentheses and everything. The calculator's smart enough to know, hey, that those parentheses mean multiplication. You should get your answer of 1595, excuse me, right? Now, let's look at C. Suppose you spent $15.24 in total, and if you only bought 1 pound of grapes, how many pounds of peaches did he buy? So let's think about this. So it's still $2.29 for peaches, plus $3.79 for grapes, and we know he bought 1 pound. So we can say, all right, he put in 1 for that one. And we also know his total of $15.24, right? So I'm going to kind of help you out with this because this is what we'll be doing next unit with equations. So we know that this is $3.79, right? So we know he spent $2.29 on peaches plus $3.79 that he spent on grapes, but now let's deduct that from the total, right, to figure out how much he spent on peaches. So basically what we're doing here is subtracting $3.79, because that was just $3.79 times 1, right? And when we do that, we get $11.84, or $11.45, excuse me. And now, so $2.29 times some amount in pounds of peaches should give me $11.45. So the opposite of multiplication would be division. So let's go ahead and divide. 229, kind of like what we were doing when we were doing with the ratios. And so our answer, P, should be equal to whatever 1145 is divided by 229. Again, you get to use the calculator, yes, and it's 5 pounds. So how about that? All right. So number 3 is very similar to this top one. So I'm going to go ahead and have you do A in Edpuzzle, B in Edpuzzle, and then C on your own. That's it. Once you're done, make sure your binder is totally organized and completed. Check your email for Mr. Mason's completed notes. Make sure all Edpuzzle videos have been watched and completed. And then you may go ahead and do your Ames Web for homework. There's no help video for that.